What up? What up? What up? It's your boys, April Fool's Pod. We are back at it again with episode 96.
96.
96. We're
Almost
getting
there.
coming in close to the century mark.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. We got a couple guests here today. I'm going to introduce you guys to Mike from Verdes Cannabis and the boy Gonzo Supreme. You guys know him from all the live shows that we have. What's up, boys? How are you today?
Doing well, man.
Wonderful.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
Very
the
grand.
attempt
Wonderful.
of Verdes. You got it pretty good.
Cannabis.
There it is.
How hard you rolling them R's, bro?
Dude, I'm a big R roller, dude. Until it gets to chili rellenos, I can't say it.
That's what rough.
Chili relleno, bro. I won't order one just because I can't say it, and I love them.
Releno.
Just point.
Yeah,
point
just
to the picture.
this one, please.
This is Marty's third time on.
Second time
Second?
on, yeah.
Welcome back, bro.
Dude, the live show,
Yeah,
so much fun.
absolutely. Every
Dude,
fucking
every
time, man.
fucking time.
Every time. If
It's
you haven't
ridiculous.
been to one, next live show we do, it always just devolves into
A shit show,
basically
literally.
the best type, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, kick us out by. We need to end it at 11 o'clock.
dude. Yeah, shut her
That
down.
last hour is just. They turn the lights on at like 11:30.
Yeah, we're just everybody's just
Like,
still in there
please don't turn those
partying.
on. I don't like looking at any of these people.
Yeah.
Right now. Very overwhelmed.
Yeah, dude, I love it. It's the live shows are my favorite. You kill it every time.
Appreciate it.
We
So
need
do
to
you
definitely
guys.
get a like a Sunday fun day thing again.
Oh
that
yeah,
we had.
that was
a
fucking great
blast.
too.
Yeah.
That was
Before
the
it
day
gets
drinking
hot.
is just a
Yeah,
monster.
we
getting
definitely got to get that going. Maybe Verdes might want to do a little bit of.
Oh, we're gonna have a Thursday fun day coming up very soon.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's get into it.
Let's get into
Straight
it.
off the bat. All
Tell us
right.
tell us what's going
Introduce
on.
yourself a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what's up.
What's up, guys? I'm Mike Silverman. I'm the digital marketing strategist, and I wear a lot of hats over at Verdes. But we've got some really fun things planned for 420, which is on a Thursday this year, and we're actually doing a grand opening over at our new Coors location, right over by Cottonwood Mall. It's going to be quite the list of festivities going through the day. So,
That's your guys' second location, right?
no, this is actually going to be our fifth.
Oh,
yeah.
fifth.
Yeah. So we've got
awesome.
one location up in the Heights. We've got this new location over off of Cottonwood. And then we've got one in Rio Rancho and two extremely beautiful stores up in Santa Fe.
That's awesome.
Oh, I didn't know they were in Santa Fe. Sweet.
Yeah, and we're constantly growing, so
Literally.
pun intended.
Sick pun,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Literally always
that was
growing.
lit.
Yep. So we really wanted to do this new store correctly and have the grand opening of every cannabis enthusiast dream. So let's get into it. We're going to be open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on 420 Thursday. And with any purchase in the morning, we're going to have free breakfast tacos from Rudy's.
Dude, those Rudy's
Yeah,
tacos
those-
slap.
Dog,
Those
not
smack.
only, but they had that fucking fire jingle too. Did you ever hear their
No,
jingle? They had
I'm
a jingle about their breakfast tacos.
They need a jingle because
fire, dude.
We need a
those-
jingle.
We need a jingle.
Well, don't
Might
tell
need
me.
a-
I got a lot
Hey,
of
get
time
us
on
a
my
jingle,
hands,
baby.
dog.
Everywhere you learn.
Yeah, but dude, those breakfast tacos from Rudy's
Slap, bro.
Exactly.
You got
Slap.
a free
With
roll
the-
and some breakfast tacos.
with the
You're
sauce.
joking.
Oh, you're good
Absolutely.
to go.
Absolutely. And the deals on all the products are going to be like kind of crazy.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, we're slashing everything on that day. And if breakfast tacos really aren't your thing, we're going to have yoga with puppies from the Animal Humane shortly thereafter.
I might have to pull up, bro. I
I'm
love
saying,
I
me a
think we're gonna
puppy.
fill up. I'm off that day, so I'll stop by.
I
for
love
sure.
it.
Telling you.
puppies.
So that's going to be happening at 10 a.m. It's $20 per spot. We've got 20 spots open, and Friday morning that goes live. So
That's
if you want
awesome.
to sign up on Friday morning, please do.
Yoga.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's going to be a recurring thing?
No, it's just going to be
Oh, for the day.
Yeah, for
Okay,
that
sick.
day. And the signups will go live this Friday morning.
That's awesome.
So coming up quick. Also, all of the puppies will be adoptable.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
I can't go now.
Dude,
now I'm not able to go.
There's a miniature wiener dog. I probably shouldn't show up until after. I'm gonna come home. My parents would be pissed.
I'm planning on leaving with a few for sure.
Oh.
So, but not that day because we also wanted to make sure that we didn't want to get too loaded or too stoned, and then adopt something that you weren't so sure of.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Very true.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Big decision.
But also, it works out sometimes.
So they're
Sometimes
going to
it
be
does.
bringing it by their mobile adoption vehicle, and really, like, you can play with the puppies. Obviously, you can imbibe with the puppies with not with cannabis, but during the yoga.
Yeah.
And after the fact, like, it's basically going to be kind of on a delay. So if you pick a puppy that you want, like, we'll call you back that next day and make sure you still want it.
Yeah.
You know?
Can't take it home that day.
Yeah. We
Took a
love
couple
puppies,
edibles.
man.
Yeah. So, like, a couple edibles and a little bit of stretching might
His
have
name
the
is
brain
Pancake.
rattling.
His name is
Exactly.
Pancake. I have to take him home today.
Right? No, I actually saw a puppy the other day at Animal Man. His name was Croissant.
Oh.
And
Oh, love that.
immediately was calling him
Flaky,
Croissant.
flaky little boy.
You almost made me draw my croissant.
So that's just between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. or excuse me, 10 a.m. But we've got multiple vendor booths coming through the day. So if you are a cannabis enthusiast, it's going to be a great place to come get some free swag, great deals, probably some freebies on a lot of products.
That's awesome.
We're going to have, let's see, so cannabis manufacturers, we're going to have a bunch of local organizations like Animal Humane, the Veterans Integration Group, or Center, excuse me. We're going to have food trucks for most of the day. We're going to have Papa Knows, which is wood-fired pizzas. Like,
They
they're-
could do that on a food truck now?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire, bro.
right?
That's dope.
Sick pun.
That's fire.
Punny guys, you know?
That episode name is Sick Pun, dude.
And then, you know, to wash that down, we've got Van Rixel Bros Gelato as well. So it's going to be
That's awesome. You guys have a
It's gonna
bunch
be
of
kinda
stuff coming
That's
out.
a bad
You
thing.
serving alcohol or no?
no alcohol, unfortunately. But
BYOB.
right, we do have a hops tincture if you really wanted that. We're going to have Ask the Expert booths as well. So if you got any cannabis related questions, anything, we've got quite the lineup. So we've got our R&D director, we've got some of our process engineers, the people who make all of your products, the cannabis derived products. They'll all be there to answer any questions you have. It's going to be in a fun environment. Just, I mean, come on out and ask a question, buy some product, have a good time. It's a Thursday.
That's
like
awesome.
there's no better
It's gonna be
excuse,
fun.
you know?
That's definitely important to have those ask an expert things. I feel like a bunch of people always just have. I would have all the questions, but yeah, I feel like that's a good thing to have.
And that's the Verdes brand is we build everything off of education. So like if we can't prove it from science and all of these other bits of research that have been done within the community, we don't stand by it, you know? So
That's awesome.
we have so many products that don't get you stoned, that purely can just add to the wellness in your life. And
You have a couple pictures, right? Can you pull up those
Yeah.
pictures?
So yeah, we've got this right here, our original salve and our sensitive skin salve, and the salve is something that I use daily. It's one of the best topical products that you just apply directly to whatever hurts, and within minutes,
Pain relief,
yep, within minutes, the THC penetrates your skin and you're not feeling it in your bloodstream or anything like that, but really like THC is kind of like the taxi driver of the whole thing. It delivers pain relief directly to where it needs to be and then it gets out kind of thing. And it lets you just feel good throughout the day.
Yeah, I'm sure people would love
Would
that.
would that show up on a drug test?
No,
Interesting.
absolutely not. Yeah. And
Not that
I've
I'm
been
looking for jobs, but
absolutely. So it doesn't show up on a drug test. It doesn't get metabolized through your liver like most cannabis does, or through your blood. It's purely a topical. Apply it to a spot, and boom, it goes to work. It's
Wow.
It's fucking
That's
magic,
awesome.
dog.
I
I
love
swear
that.
to God, it's the weirdest thing.
That's awesome.
It's the weirdest thing.
imagine, yeah, like Icy Hot or Ben Gay, but it actually
Less
works.
gay.
Yeah.
That's straight.
Just
Yeah.
right there.
No, it's one of those products that we love. And then now the THCA tincture, yes, it says THCA on it, but THCA is actually the non-activated form of THC.
Okay.
So this is something that you can take orally, or you can add it to, your coffee in the morning, and you're really going to feel that benefit throughout the day. It doesn't give you the psychoactive effect in your brain. It doesn't make you feel high, but consider it kind of like a Tylenol or an ibuprofen. It reduces inflammation. It's great for stomach ailments as well. So you got
Yeah, right there.
Right
You're
up your alley,
talking-
dog.
Nico.
I need some THC8
Me and you need to just take a fucking double shot of that, just
In the
right down
mornings.
the hatchet, bro.
Yeah.
Eat anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need, actually. Dude.
Bubble guts are no longer if
Okay,
you use that. Yeah.
Oh,
We also have a hops tincture. Before we go on to this one, the hops tincture is actually, hops. It's humulene, which is a terpene that actually reduces munchies. So it's found in most like German Pilsner beers, the beers that you constantly see people drinking Das Boot and all of that.
Yeah.
And
Das Boot.
that's how they get through their days.
Wow. That's
Because
crazy.
they drink so much of it, but it quells hunger. So when people say like, oh,
I told you when you get to the bar or when you get to a restaurant, a beer right away because I'm not hungry anymore. It'll suppress my appetite.
Yeah, that's his appetite.
It'll get me through until the main course.
and so yeah, humulene is something that is constantly found in cannabis, but extracting just the humulene from a bunch of cannabis is very expensive. So we just get it straight from hops, and we offer it in a tincture that, much like this one, it also does the same kind of thing. It really works on your gut. It's great for women and with menopause and cramps and stuff like that.
You could get for your cramps.
Oh, dude, I get cramps.
So we've got a bunch of products that do not actually make you feel stoned.
That's
which
awesome.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
No,
big.
I don't think a lot of people know that either. I think it's like once they hear about cannabis and THC, they're kind of like, oh no.
Absolutely.
Right.
I don't
Work
do
for
that.
the
I don't wanna
government.
feel crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I work for the state or
Yeah,
the city or
exactly.
something like that, which is a lot of us, and that's something that we have to be mindful of. But pain relief is something that we're all looking for.
Especially
Absolutely.
like you don't want to be popping ibuprofens or whatever every day. Like that's not good for you either.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
Absolutely. So, and then we had those soaking salts. So anybody who, takes baths or even showers if you wanted to, this is just a great way to relax at the end of the day or get your day going. This blood orange and sandalwood is great kind of for an uplifting morning bath.
Yeah.
I bet it smells good.
It smells very good, and it's not a girly scent whatsoever.
I feel like that's a man scent for
Yeah.
sure.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our
Lumberjack.
lavender ones, it's the best way to find your descent into sleep, really.
So too, this lavender always helps me sleep. Like
Dude, and
lavender
I
lotions
can't
and stuff.
stand lavender.
Really?
Bro, I don't know what it is about me, but
it's
lavender, I think
It's nice.
I'm okay with the smell,
Is
but
it
it's when they
because
try to put it in your drinks.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm like, you know what?
When do
Don't
they do that?
put it in my
The plants
drinks.
attract the bees.
What is it?
There's
It's like
always
there's like a
mad
vodka,
bees around
lavender
lavender.
vodka,
Yeah, yeah.
or something like
That's
that.
the Teller vodka.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
It's very potent.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It gets in your eyes.
Not a big fan of it.
So lavender has a terpene within it called linalool, and linalool is one of those very relaxing terpenes that you typically find in a lot of those heavy indica strains that people, go for to sleep with.
Yeah.
So really just the aromatics of it all will help you really find a restful, kind of peaceful way to bed.
That's awesome.
And this does contain THC, but it's kind of the same way as like the salve. It just penetrates your skin and finds areas that are inflamed or tight. Like if you have a knot in your back and you really sink into that bath, like within 5 minutes, it's it's gone.
Feeling nice.
That's awesome.
It's kind of a chiropractor in a bag. It's really nice.
Have you been seeing those videos of those chiropractors where they get like a belt around their neck and they
Crack
pull
it? Yeah, dude.
Crack up.
Far more
That shit's
gentle.
so
than
good.
that. Yeah.
They freaking chop your neck.
On
They get like a
Pornhub?
hammer?
No, on TikTok.
They get like a hammer and
Yeah, and then the caption, like the search is like how not to be a chiropractor or something.
Oh.
It looks like it's healing the guy, but I don't think
probably
it's
just
very
gonna
safe.
be way worse.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's
his
not
shit
okay.
up real good.
Just hurting way more than exit.
Yeah.
Just like, nah.
And then, you know, so back to the 420 grand opening, we've also got this guy. We've got DJ Gonzo Supreme. He's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be spinning on the ones and twos
I don't know
all
how I
day
snapped
long.
that picture in.
Yeah, slip that picture.
From
There
one-
we go.
That's literally me. Look.
That is literally you.
From 1 to 4. That's a long
Love it.
set. That'll be nice. That'll
Yeah,
be
man.
fun.
I'm out
Yeah.
there.
So he's going to kind of foray into our special guest that will
Be announced
hopefully,
soon. Hopefully.
yeah, be announcing soon. Our full schedule will be on our website and our social media by this Friday.
Cool. Those will be all in the
Put it in the bio.
below too, so you guys can just click on them now. And then check 'em out.
Absolutely. We didn't want to, shoot our shot too early and let everybody else know about our incredible deals.
Yeah.
But we'll tell you about them now. Well, at least we'll make a foray into it.
Sweet.
No, it's gonna be crazy. 42% off a lot of shit.
Damn.
So yeah, so
That's
I mean,
damn near half.
That's damn near half.
Yep, it's
Go save yourself some moolah.
exactly. And Verdes, we're constantly trying to provide for our patients and just consumers in New Mexico. We're trying to really fit that bill of, okay, this is the spot to shop. Like, we've been around for 10 plus years. We're trusted because of our customer service and all of that, but we're looking into to new markets and really
Yeah,
being,
sure.
top of mind with everybody.
I like that.
Yeah, so we want to be the everyman for every person.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Is
that's-
all your stuff grown here in New Mexico, or is it?
It is, yeah. It's all grown in. We've got 3 different facilities. We're family owned. We don't have a board. We have no outside investors. We are truly what the alcohol, in craft beer
Yeah.
kind of industry would call craft, because that's what actually defines a craft brew is no outside investment. You only
Really?
Yeah, so you only grow, or you only produce, I think, 6 million units a year or less. We might be pretty close to that, in terms of units. But for the most part, everybody else has outside investment coming into this, other than the up-and-coming mom-and-pop shops.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're all about social equity as well within the cannabis industry, and we want to help and educate, other cannabis companies on how to do this, and we want to help them free of charge, So, come hang out with us on 420. It's gonna be a party.
That's
be
awesome.
about it.
It sounds like it's gonna be fun.
I love listening to this
Exciting.
guy talk
Yeah.
about weed, bro. I feel like I just got like a weed professor
Just
just schooled
weed,
my
yeah,
ass, bro.
exactly.
I'm like,
Dude.
oh damn.
How did you get into this?
Yeah, what's some of your
Dude,
background?
yeah. So my background, I've always enjoyed imbibing on cannabis. Early on, it was more or less just a release, a getaway kind of thing, and I realized, oh shit, I'm not getting as much done as I really aimed to today. I might have smoked too much, and so I started really learning about it, and I ended up moving to Denver back in 2016. And
Is that when everything?
so it was 2015 when Denver really popped off
Okay.
with the recreation.
Yeah.
They legalized it?
Yep.
It wasn't always legalized.
No,
It was medical in 2010, and then I want to say maybe it was a little bit earlier. It was
I think
2015
it was
when
2013 because it was that was the
That's
Super
right.
Bowl with the Seahawks and the Broncos.
That's right.
And they had both legalized at the same time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 2013. Thank you.
Yeah.
And met a bunch of my old college buddies, half-baked college buddies up there, and we decided, you know what, we need to start a company. We're all super active. We love being in the outdoors. Sick of breaking my frickin' pipe Because we'd go out, we'd go out
Yeah.
and we'd mountain bike or go on a hike or skiing or something, and we'd always lose our $60 glass pipe or break it or something like that. So we started a pipe company called Pipe Tech, and the whole concept around that was boundless elevation. Go anywhere, get high anywhere, and come back with your freaking pipe.
Yeah.
Dog. So we made these really modular designs. They're wrapped in aluminum. Everything's made in America. It's a glass-on-glass smoking experience, but with that added durability of an aluminum exoskeleton, basically. It's got built-in screens. It's super easy to clean. And from there, I started meeting everybody within the industry.
Yeah.
And I didn't know shit about fuck, honestly. I just knew, I knew I loved getting high, and I love smoking weed, and I love this whole idea. But from there, I really delved into the whole aspect of it all, because I wanted to realize, how do I get through a day while consuming cannabis, but also
functioning.
Attaining the pain relieving benefits and all of that. So we developed quite the product line, and we're in over 1,200 head shops across the world, which is kind of cool. You can find them down the street at the Zone.
Pipe Tech?
Yeah, PYPTEK.
You guys sell them at Verdes or no?
We don't. No. Yeah,
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I would love to get our wholesale manager to start carrying us, though. So, so we started doing that, and I started working with a lot of local growers at that point, and I was more interested in how all of this is grown, how it comes to be, why I enjoy it so much.
How you get Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
And all these other ones.
Yeah.
all
Real
the
scientific,
inputs.
don't really want to
Star.
get into it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy, though.
So long story short, that kind of introduced me to a lot of major players in the industry. Fast forward to 2019, I moved home to take care of my mom, do some stuff also in this industry, and I got hit with the craziest fucking wild card you've ever seen. I got diagnosed with a bone tumor
Oh,
in my
shit.
leg.
I thought you were going to say
No
kid.
way. That would have been one for me, for sure.
Yeah, that probably would have made me stop smoking cannabis.
No way.
Right?
Wow,
Yeah.
bro.
So, kind of wild. I won the lottery in that sense. And I didn't know really what to do other than, go to the doctors. And I've had my fair run in with opiates and painkillers in the past. And I knew that was very addictive.
Dark road.
Yeah, absolutely. And something I didn't want to go down. So at that point, my education and my research to cannabis really became accelerated.
Yeah.
I wanted to really understand what's going on in my body. What am I putting into my body to help with that? And it just it just snowballed into, I don't know what I don't know about cannabis, but I want to know everything.
Yeah.
So I started down with that. I've had 4 surgeries since 2020.
Wow. Was
Yeah.
it just painful? How'd you figure that out?
How did you know that you had it?
It was so wild. So I was kneeling down on a soft surface on my bed, and I could not get rid of this shooting pain all the way up my femur. And I had no idea what that could have been. Maybe I'll just keep working it out, and
Yeah.
going on bike rides and stuff like that. And it was finally one fateful bike ride that I tried to plant dismounting my bike, and I thought I tore my entire knee. It was such a innocuous kind of coming to a stop, and everything went. Immediately started swelling up. Ended up getting an MRI late that night at the ER, and they couldn't tell what was wrong. It was just so inflamed, and I figured I tore my ACL, my MCL, my LCL, all of that.
Yeah.
I couldn't move it. It was
wasn't
just
like
no, it wasn't that at all. So the bone tumor had actually grown out of my left distal femur, which is kind of the outside part of where your femur and your knee connects, and it had connected to the inner part of my patella. And I had actually torn the tumor in half.
Oh my God.
So I went to a real doctor, not an urgent care doctor, and
Yeah.
Shots fired, damn.
exactly, yeah. Screw you, Duke City Urgent Care.
Not shout out.
No, shout out you guys.
Unless you want to sponsor the podcast.
Simp, yeah, simp, Duke City Urgent Care.
Sorry,
Simp.
guys. But yeah, they told me, no, you actually tore the bone tumor in half, and this is pretty serious. Like, you could have been walking up the stairs, and your leg could have just broken in half right there at the femur, and it probably would have been a compound fracture straight through my skin. So I'm really, really grateful and blessed that it happened with some friends in the Bosque on a bike, and we were able to get out of there, you know? So at that point, I knew that what my road was going to look like, and that was going to be a lot of rehab and a lot of painkillers. And the first 3 surgeries didn't go so well. Now I have half a fake knee. It's a lot of titanium in there. I went with the good metal.
Yeah. That's the stuff they make the spaceships out of.
Wolverine's claws.
Yep. So I've got a fake knee and a fake kneecap and all of that. So I really, at that point, like, I've been on amputation watch for probably 7+ months now.
Wow.
I've worked at a bunch of different cannabis locations here in New Mexico. But what led me to Verdes actually was the state fair last year. I was working with Expo New Mexico on creating an event to really highlight, you know, we've gone recreational. Let's do something educational at the state fair. Nobody else has done this.
Yeah.
Well, only one other state fair has done it, and that was California. But you should have done that a long time ago,
exactly.
California. Yeah.
California's 10 years ahead of us on most shit anyways, too.
So, I mean, cannabis is agriculture, and we have to treat it that way, and that's what the state fair is all about. So we built out Lujan C building, where all the rabbits and bunnies typically are, and we had a couple of big-time dispensaries in there. We had some cool cannabis doctors, and it was all built around kind of a gallery setting with fake grass and all on the floor. It was a super sensory experience with 4 or 8 foot tall panels, really beautiful artwork from cannabis content creators all across the world, which was cool, just purely from networking.
That's awesome.
And people had a safe space to come in, ask questions, especially with Verdes. Verdes was our title sponsor at that point. I wasn't working with them at all. But seeing how every single one of the Verdes employees who came to the state fair to man this booth for 11 days, how knowledgeable they were and how personable they were and how just helpful they were in helping people possibly develop a wellness strategy without any of the stigma, any of that, you know. So it was really beautiful. Every single person who met one of the people at the Verdes booth got 20% off any one item, and that's kind of how we tracked some of the metrics, and it was neat.
That's
like,
awesome.
They had a huge return on that, and after the state fair ended, I was looking for a new job, you know, so I immediately applied with Verdes, and I just wanted to be with people who gave a shit about cannabis and utilizing it the correct way. Yeah. Because I have to find ways of living a normal life. And I've always been, I mean, in love with cannabis, but holy cow, like, you can't get shit done if you're constantly just stoned out of your gourd. You know? Like, some people can, but it's not high quality work.
Yeah, they're full of shit.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me, bro, that anybody can do anything. I don't know. It's nuts.
You said you're a big golf guy?
I am.
So how does that like your knee feel when you play?
That goes back to that salve, you know, and that THCA tincture. That's something that I have,
Actually,
I have to utilize constantly. You know, being able to target my pain with something like this throughout a round and just apply it anytime, I might shank a ball and completely kind of, oh shit, I felt something shift there. Didn't feel good. 5 minutes later, it's gone, So it's really about managing pain. And I think for a lot of people who are going through, like heavy workout routines or coming off of a surgery.
Or even just getting older, too.
Straight
Right.
up, dude.
Just
pain relief
stuff
is-
just hurts
Yeah.
Yep.
out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're so blessed and lucky that we've put so much effort into the research and development of products like this that, we can offer remedies, and like, we're not doctors, okay?
Right.
Like, we don't write prescriptions, and
Exactly.
we can't really tell you like, okay, this is what's wrong with you. You have to take Zithromax for the next 3 weeks, like, no. Like, we can help with finding natural remedies, and we can give suggestions. But that's what it's all about, is building that relationship with a patient or a client that.
They're able to ask you those questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they feel comfortable with what you're saying is actually.
Yeah, it doesn't
With
feel
their
like
work.
bullshit
Yeah.
when a Verdes.
You're not just trying to sell them something.
Yeah, when a Verdes CSR, that's what we call them. We don't call them bud tenders. They're customer service representatives.
Right.
And, like, they go through a huge training course before they're even allowed out onto the floor. And that really, that adds to the buy-in of our employees as well, because they believe in this product
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, they buy into the brand. They buy into the whole thing.
Absolutely, because it's proven, and they start to utilize it in the same way that we kind of suggest. And I think that's the beautiful part of cannabis, is the stigma shouldn't really be there.
That was
Yeah.
huge.
No, it's just a whole thing. I think it's just from like
It's huge.
when our parents were younger. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, you smoke weed, like
Yeah.
you're probably
You're going
yeah,
nowhere.
you're a piece
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah,
You're not going to do
absolutely.
anything.
But that's the weird thing. That's the crazy thing too, because it's changed so much that like people get stoned and go on hikes and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not just like your typical stoner like Fast Times or
Yeah,
something like
exactly
that.
like
it's
that.
like people really go get shit done. Like there's those
There
different
is-
strains
there is
that help you to
functioning
fucking
people,
focus and
yeah,
shit.
who-
It's
who
wild,
do
dude. It's not just some
really
like
well.
it's just not like some fucking dude at your high school that's like, I got an
Yeah.
eighth. I got an eighth of this brown shit,
Yeah,
bro. and-
let's go smoke all day.
I don't know how you don't know how
Not
it's
go
gonna
to
make
school.
you feel. You don't know fucking
Yeah.
shit. You know, it's way different now.
I mean, we're
So much different.
we're a lifestyle brand, frankly. Like,
Wellness.
wellness is all. I mean, that's the main tenet of our company, and it's our tagline. One of them is "Find your wellness," and you're gonna find it at Verdes, and that's why we're so stoked to be, having this conversation with people who don't use cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys believe in it enough to have somebody from a cannabis show on to,
Oh, yeah, of course.
talk about this. So
Because I've sometimes have trouble sleeping, and I've gone and got like the CBD tinctures or something.
Mm-hmm.
That, like I think they have melatonin, and I don't like just to help me fall asleep. It's not just to get high, but like
Right.
But yeah, that's always been like a thing I've been interested in.
does it work for you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
and just to pass out, to relax. So yeah,
And to stay asleep.
to stay
you
asleep.
know?
Yeah, good sleep.
Yeah, a deep sleep. So
It's probably melatonin every night. Here, that's
Yeah, you
not
can't be
good for
popping
you.
melatonin.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I've been having crazy
Dreams are all
dreams.
fucked
Oh,
up,
they're
dude.
crazy.
I
Sleep
won't
paralysis.
do melatonin for a while, and then I'll like, oh, I can't sleep tonight. I go pop a melatonin, and bro, I have the craziest dreams.
You're making a deal with the devil.
dude.
Oh, dude.
When
It
you pop
is
a melatonin, bro.
insane.
it's
It
like a
scares
coffee
me.
in the morning,
Yeah, bro.
like where you feel like you
crazy.
need that.
Yeah,
You know? So
exactly.
yeah, there's so many minor cannabinoids within the cannabis plant. Like you've probably you obviously know CBD, but there's other CBs in there as well, like CBN, CBG. God, the list goes on. They're finding new cannabinoids almost weekly.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
psychoactive.
Correct. Yeah. So like CBN, that's basically the sleep cannabinoid. It's something that will
CBN. CBD.
really allow you to get that restful, deep sleep every single night. And it's such a tiny amount that we use. We use them in our gummies. We've got a blackberry gummy that is it's a balanced ratio with 2.5 milligrams of CBN in there and then 5 milligrams of THC. And like I said earlier, like the THC, when you add other cannabinoids to something, it's just the taxi driver. It's the delivery system. It gets these other cannabinoids, these therapeutic cannabinoids to your system and where it hurts, much like a Tylenol would, but then it kind of dips out and it's very, very mellow. So like a 5 milligram THC gummy with 2.5 milligrams of CBN, like you pop that before bed, you're going to sleep like a baby. Like, and you're not going to get high. You might have some weird dreams the first night, but like you're not waking up and you're going to wake up that
Feeling
next
rested.
morning feeling rested.
You got good sleep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's important too.
That's definitely important. That's what I've learned even now, just getting older, just getting that amount of sleep. If I don't get 6 hours at least, I am a shit show the
Useless.
next day.
Yeah.
I feel terrible. I'm like just going through the motions.
Agreed.
But it like I have to at least have 6. If not, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a rough one today. I'm gonna go take a nap after after work or at lunch or something.
Lunch break.
So it's just like that. It's like counterproductive. Like just get to bed at a decent time, and it definitely helps.
Well, sleep is a weapon, man.
Yeah.
Sleep. So we got sleep, pain relief. I think like anxiety. I guess you guys can't say it helps. Some stuff helps with anxiety,
But it does.
But-
You know, CBN is actually one of those things as well. The same cannabinoid that's great for sleep in a small, low dose.
does it knock you out?
Exactly. You're gonna feel relaxed.
Okay.
Like anxiety is really just your heart rate elevating to a point where you can't really control it with breathing or anything like that. And this really it kind of slows you down in terms of just respiratory rate, heart rate, all of that. And then, you know, to foray into like CBG. CBG is actually a gut. Yeah. It's actually like it lives in kind of in your gut. It really goes straight for those cannabinoids receptors within your gut, which you have billions of. Really, a healthy gut is probably the best way to
huge.
fend off a lot of, you know, illness and stuff like that.
Nico doesn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I do.
His tummy always
probiotics.
hurts.
Probiotics, yeah, there you go.
Tummy
Eat some
always hurts.
Eat some fermented foods.
Exactly.
Some clown kombucha.
Ugh, dude, that stuff's gross.
Oh no, it's not.
It's good.
It's
It's really good
rad.
for
Good
you.
for
It's
you.
good, dude.
Yeah.
It's good.
No,
I like vinegar though. I think vinegar.
Apple
is
cider
very
vinegar?
tasty. Well, not like on its own, but like vinegar in any recipe. I'm like I fuck with.
Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, do apple cider vinegar like
The shots?
before you go to bed.
Oh,
A
yeah,
shot of
yeah,
it
yeah.
before you go to
I have
bed."
gummies.
So
I've
I
heard when
didn't
you wake
know.
up.
I didn't know you were supposed to dilute it. So I was just taking a shot of
You
it,
don't have to dilute it.
bro.
Yeah, it's better too.
Yeah,
off by
someone
itself.
was like, "You're about to burn your esophagus,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
like
yeah,
you're gonna hurt yourself. Dilute
Put like
it,
a little bit of honey.
bro.
in
That was rough.
They help.
Water and honey.
I was like, I can't do this.
No,
this is
that-
not. This is
that's-
not.
that-
This is
that
not.
sucks.
This is
Not
not.
for me.
This is not built for me at
Trying
all.
to start my day off
Yeah.
with acid reflux.
Absolutely not.
That's also a huge problem I
Yeah.
suffer with. Acid heartburn.
Sick, bro. Mine's getting so bad, dude. Tomatoes. Oh fuck.
Really?
Tomatoes,
Tomato
sugar.
Tomato
sauce,
sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pasta.
Spice.
Pasta gives me like way worse heartburn than any chili ever has. Straight up.
Dang.
Like fucking spaghetti is just
Gluten,
gonna
gluten,
kick my ass.
like heavy bread will do it to me too. It's a whole.
I still
mess.
haven't even, bro.
Welcome to the senior citizens.
I haven't touched that yet. I'm so good. I don't get heartburn or anything.
Count your lucky stars,
Dude.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
30, but 30's
It's coming.
whooping my ass on my bones,
God,
dude.
you're so little. You're so young.
30's
baby.
whooping my ass. These bones are brittle.
Yeah.
These bones are brittle,
It's
bro.
hollow. They're turning like bird bones. Just
Yeah,
hollow.
bro. Literally. I'm like, dude. I was golfing, last week? I went golfing, and after the round, like the next day, I was like, I'm so fucking sore right now. I'm like getting off the couch. I was like, dude, I just played 18 holes. It wasn't that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I didn't walk
Just
it.
run a
I was on
marathon.
the car all day.
I'll sleep wrong and I'll wake up sore. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
bro.
Yep.
Or I played like softball. I play softball
Oh,
on
fuck
Thursdays.
that.
You're doing actually a lot of
Big
physical activity.
physical activity guy.
You should be sore.
But yeah, I played softball, and our first 2 games that we played of the season, bro. The next day, I was like hurting.
Just stiff.
Like I'm like, I guess I haven't used these muscles in a while.
Bro, it's getting so
It's
bad.
terrible.
Dude, I was doing fucking like yard work, like cutting weeds the other day with like I have a hula
Yeah.
hoe, and I had my my Apple Watch or whatever on, and I was like monitoring my heartbeat, and I was
It was
like,
like, hey,
damn,
go
yeah,
chill out.
yeah, yeah. It was
Tells
like
you.
worse than when I'm actually working out, and I was like, all right, cool. I fucking closed my rings today, and the yard's clean. That's a win-win.
That's
baby.
a win-win right there. I know. I
having
hate
a
when I
heart
go to the
attack?
gym and I don't turn on the.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like,
It's
well,
like
I
you
didn't
didn't even
work
do
out
it.
today.
Yeah, you didn't even do it. It don't count.
Didn't work out today.
I can't
Rings are
share it.
closed.
Did I
Yeah.
even do it?
Yeah. Oh my god, no, fuck that.
That's
agree.
hilarious. But dude, that is you just like
Crash course, bro.
crash course us
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I was using a metaphor with Marty earlier about what the entourage effect is. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
That's one of our favorite shows.
One of
Yeah?
my favorite shows
Yeah.
of all time.
I tuned in when Sasha Grey fucked it up. Apparently, that's when I started
she
watching
sucks.
it. So,
Yeah, what happened to her?
well,
I'm sure you can
Anyways.
look it up.
yeah. Be careful with that Google search, dog.
Don't look at
Don't do that at work.
viewers.
So most people who go into a dispensary, they're looking for one acronym and one acronym only, and that's THC.
Yeah.
And they want the highest percentage they can find. They want the highest milligram dosing, all of that. And, that's a great way to get into the race to the bottom, because the higher the THC percentages in flower, that's the more dry it's going to be.
Okay.
The
Race
less
to the bottom?
terpenes. So yeah, in a way, everybody's going to kind of be trying to grow this super high THC number within their flower,
Okay.
and you're not going to actually get the effects. I've seen it happen in Colorado. I've seen it happen in California, where you get this strain, it's like 34%. And you're like, good God.
What's
this
a
is-
normal percentage?
A normal percentage is between 20% and like 25.
Oh, wow.
Or so like 18
Yeah.
to 25 kind of thing. Anything over 25 is going to really hit you hard.
Yeah.
So, but it's not going to hit you hard if there's no moisture and no terpene percentages in there. So the drier it is, the more that evaporates. The moisture will go, the terpenes, which are volatile, oils, basically, like essential oils, which creates the pungent aroma, all of that. Like, that's where you get the skunkiness
I
from.
do love a good smell of some
Loud,
weed,
bro.
Yes,
Fuck,
that's-
dude. Holy
that's
My
shit.
the
brothers will get
loudness.
some, and I'm like, just let me smell it.
It's up there with green. It's up there with green chili for me, bro. Like just scents.
That, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
oh man.
So
So there's a sweet spot.
there's a sweet spot, and you like, anytime I did consume that kind of flower from California, sure, it said 34%, but I'd smoke it being a connoisseur of cannabis,
Connoisseur is a great word.
and I would realize, no, this ain't it.
Yeah.
I need to kind of dial this back, and really it's the terpenes and it's the minor cannabinoids within every single cannabis plant that's out there. So this goes back to the entourage effect. THC is like the lead singer. It could be a really great lead singer, but it ain't shit without the band. So the band with your drummer, your bassist, your guitarist, all of that, those are your terpenes. Your flutist could be, your minor cannabinoids.
The cowbell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The cowbell could be your CBD, and the xylophone could be some of that CBG and
Yeah.
CBN. And really, once you feel that whole thing together, you have this full live, full sound, and that's where you're going to find your enjoyment. Exactly. So it's like you find the sweet spot, and really a high terpene profile percentage on a low THC strain. I've smoked plenty of 19% to 17% strains with 3% plus in terms of the terpenes, and I am floored. I can't function. There's so much myrcene, which is the couch lock terpene. That's the one that makes you go, bruh. The linalool, beta-caryophyllene.
What is it? Sativa,
Sativa and indica.
indica. Those
Yep.
are two different ones as well, right?
Completely, yeah. So sativa and indica actually relate to the plant, the cannabis plant.
Oh, okay.
cannabis companies have found that it's just easy to say, like, oh, this is an indica, this is a sativa. But at Verdes, we actually talk about, like, this is uplifting, this is relaxing, this is in between, this is balanced.
And I feel like more people who aren't like as educated in it, that's probably
That's what they're
easier.
looking for.
That's easier for them to be like, oh, okay, like I want something that's gonna relax me at the end of
Absolutely.
the day, or maybe get me through the day, and I want something that, like you said, uplifting. That
What can you recommend?
Yeah, it
Like,
gets me
This
through
is what I want to
whatever.
get out of this
Yeah.
experience.
Exactly.
In terms of like tolerance, so if somebody wanted that like 35% Durban poison or whatever it was, like would they? Is
Love
that
that
just
shit.
because they can't get high off the lower ones, or they would just want to get crazy?
Most people have too high of a tolerance at
Is
this
that-
point.
okay.
And that's from overuse.
Yeah.
Even with
And-
like the wax and stuff.
God.
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck
When I
it
lived in
out.
Colorado, that's all I consumed because their flower to me just wasn't terpy. It was always harsh. I would always cough. So I knew that this extracted products.
The dabs. Is that what it is?
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Dabs and dab rigs and puffcos and all that. And you would actually taste a lot more of the cannabis in their extractions. They don't have to grow to the same stringency in terms of testing that we do in New Mexico. We have to test 10 times more stringently than Colorado does.
Really?
So we're testing for all these microbials that may show up, yeast, mold, all of that stuff. So New Mexico did do that correctly. Like, we really wanted to make sure that we were putting medicine into people's hands.
Yeah.
And we're still doing that. Some people are, skirting the testing laws and stuff like that. I won't name any names, but it's sad,
Frauds.
man. Like,
Frauds.
My favorite is call frauds out.
Fucking
yeah, fraud alert.
Fraud alert. Shout out Hugh Izzy, baby.
I love calling
Arsenal
frauds
winning the
out.
league, dog. I'm
Yes,
calling it right here.
Arsenal, come on, you Gunners. But, really, we actually suggest to people to take tolerance breaks just to reset their endocannabinoid system. I could go on for days about that too.
Makes sense. Like what? Like just a couple days or like a week off, just so you get the effects.
No, it's
without
all
going
it takes
higher
is
or
48
more.
hours.
Oh, nice.
Like, you don't have to feel daunted about going into this whole situation of like, oh man, like I couldn't take 2 days off. You could. And we
Might
can
not want
help.
to.
Yeah,
Might not like it. Might
exactly.
not want to.
And we can help with that, like the same way that people feel withdrawals off alcohol or coffee,
Nicotine.
exactly. Like CBD will help you in that regard, and CBD and mixed with a little bit of THC at like a 1-to-1 ratio, you're not going to feel the psychoactive effects. CBD actually cancels out THC. So if you guys ever find yourself feeling too high, find the nearest CBD, ingest that, and you're good to go. Like it will actually, it's like, it really nullifies the effect within your system.
Wow.
So it's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
mad.
very
The science is just
Dude,
mad.
the science is crazy.
It's all there.
Bill
Yeah.
Nye the weed guy.
I love it, bro. There's people that just got they like getting stoned so much, and they just figured out all the science to it. And now it's like, it is straight
Well,
up
it makes
fucking
it more,
science,
it makes
bro.
it
It's
more
nuts.
legit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's even like colleges for it, right? Like you
Yeah.
go get a degree in this
Oaksterdam.
now.
Yep.
Oh, no shit.
Oh yeah. I've heard about them.
Oaksterdam is doing one. They've been huge out in California. Cookies, we all know Burner and all that stuff. Like, they have a whole university now where he believes enough into education, which we've always stood by. And I give Cookies props for this. Like, sure, it's about as corporate as you're going to get and
really?
probably as dry as you're going to get. But it's a hype brand, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's building education into that. And I got massive, massive respect for that. So we've got our work cut out for us because they're going to be here in about, 20 days.
Really?
So they'll be opening up
Oh,
their
yeah, you
their
hear
grow
about that.
locations just down the street on
Wow.
Broadway. And they're doing it right. They create a cool product, but still, it's like you can find all this stuff already.
I would say
here at
I'd rather
Verdes.
go somewhere where it's
Especially
local.
local, and
Reputable.
that's us
Exactly.
too. But
Yeah.
we're
All about
anything
that
we could do
local.
local, like the golf tournament we're doing. We're like, well, who are we gonna give the charity to?
Mm-hmm.
We were like sitting here like brainstorming. We're like, well, we don't really want to do like a big one.
Like
'cause we
Make a
don't-
Wish or
yeah,
drop in
anything
the
like
bucket,
that.
you know,
Yeah,
sort
it's
of
like a
thing.
drop in the bucket for them. So
Yeah.
let's like find something local that at least we know it helped them out a little bit.
Yeah, I love
You know where
that.
it's going, you know.
I
what
love
it's
Yeah,
that.
you know where it's going. You know what it's doing exactly. That's our type of thing too.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of how we can help people with too high of a tolerance, or like they smoke something that feels so high in potency, and they stop feeling like they're getting high. And so yeah, we just kind of tell them to scale it back, and we offer them help to get there. And then
Instead of just telling them, oh, well, we have this.
Just quit
we have
for
this-
this.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Let's just
Yeah.
push that
No, no,
percentage
no,
up.
just
Hold
keep
on.
going up.
Here's
Yeah.
your
No.
You
problem.
got this special thing.
Yeah.
absolutely. And people often are just
ripped.
taking too much cannabis.
Yeah.
And same with my girlfriend. Like she was having trouble sleeping, and we just stopped smoking before we went to bed, and she's sleeping great now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's but now like we're getting back to more low doses, and both of our tolerances have dropped over the past few months just because we've been working so much, but we've been supplementing it with THCA tinctures and CBD and all of that, and I feel the same. I feel great getting through the day. Like, yes, I have knee pain constantly from sitting at a desk too long, but I can manage that.
Yeah. Exactly. That's awesome.
I wish I knew anything. I wish I knew as much about anything as this dude knows about weed. I swear to
Right,
God,
bro?
dude. Like,
Just took us on a ride today.
Yeah, our favorite thing is to say, I don't know on this podcast.
Yeah. Also, we don't know.
But
now I kind of
crazy claims
yeah.
on whatever's
Yeah.
going
Any
on.
crazy
Actually,
claim.
we don't know, guys.
So I'm going to send you guys home with some samples of all of these minor cannabinoid products that we carry.
Awesome.
And I
Heck
just,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, would love your feedback either on the podcast and an email, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's really going to be something that will help you guys just get through the night. Or, like if you have that spike in anxiety throughout the day, like one of our 2-to-1s of really low like CBD to CBN mixtures, like you're not really going to feel that. It's going to feel like you might have just had a single beer, and you're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
a little bit looser now,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like I'm feeling, my shoulders are back, like I'm feeling calm.
Everything's going to be okay.
Yes.
It's just like a
be
little.
fair-
It's like a little
to be fair,
hug.
that
like
counts
a-
for a lot.
That's
Just like a hug.
little hug. Like anxiety, I don't remember who said it, but it's just like conspiracy theories about your own self, your head. So, if I could
Yeah.
just put those at bay for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
And a lot of people's, ailments come from not treating their endocannabinoid system with enough cannabinoids. Like we didn't know that the endocannabinoid system was a thing until cannabis became so widely used, which is a kind of awesome that we've gotten to that point. And we've also realized that every single mammal in the world has an endocannabinoid system. So every mammal loves to get stoned in one way or another.
I
And
think I saw some like a video of some dolphins. They were like
Oh,
biting.
give that dolphin some weed.
Take it.
They were like,
it's
they were like
sea
biting the
urchins or something.
blowfish
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
To
Oh, to
get
get
high.
stoned?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's one of my. Have you ever seen that? That's like a screenshot of a video, and these dolphins can just blow bubbles. Like they're just perfect spheres underwater.
Oh, yeah.
And this dude writes this whole paragraph about like it's so beautiful. Like the dolphins are doing like this amount of physics right now. What a beautiful animal. And he goes on, and then the comment underneath is like, give that dolphin some weed.
Love it.
The duality of man.
Yeah, seriously. Kind of joking.
Yeah.
I think we're almost.
Yeah, we're at the end of
almost
the
at the end of
pod.
our
We
show.
just had a full-on educational
course.
crash
Dude.
course.
sorry I talk so much.
Dude,
No,
don't.
dude, that
Oh,
was
no,
awesome.
that was awesome.
That was
perfect.
perfect.
You guys are this close to
Perfect.
getting your associate's degree in weed.
Yeah. I go take a test now.
Right?
But dude, that was awesome. Like
we'll def-
even hearing like your background or behind it too. Like it wasn't just like, oh, I just like to smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
was
bullshit
like, hey,
at all.
I had,
which is
I had-
important.
it's purposeful. It's something that's like it really does help you daily.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Like some people really just get it just to get high and kind of. But that's awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm very happy we had you on today.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you,
too.
boys.
Yeah,
this was
seriously.
This
yeah,
was great.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
We'll definitely have to do it again. we'll recap after the grand opening. So we'll get you guys some merch on the next episode since we didn't bring any gifts for you.
It's all good.
But a grand opening, Verdes Cannabis, 420, 2 weeks, next week.
Next Thursday. So
Next
this comes
Thursday.
out.
9
This
days.
will be out Thursday.
So a week from today.
So a week from today, you guys go check them out. Tell them the April Fool sent you. Maybe they'll throw you a little hookup. We'll see. But yeah, that is today's episode. Make sure you guys come out for the tournament. If you guys just want to come grab some drinks with the boys after. Tournament starts at 8 o'clock. Probably be wrapped up around 1. And then we have a few hours in the office after. So come grab some drinks. DJ Gonzo Supreme is going to be there playing some tunes. We appreciate you guys so much for coming out for the live show. We have a lot of big stuff coming up the rest of the summer, so we appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah,
4-1, baby.
Mike and Marty, appreciate you boys.
Thank you, boys.
Play the music.
Thank you, bro.
Cheers.
My God.